This last one, I'm going to put gloves on for because it is grim. Hey there, it's Tom the English Picker here, and I wanted to share with you my top 6 weird returns of the last couple of weeks and months. These are some items that have come back to me that either been returned for weird reasons, and I just wanted to go through them because I've kind of been stockpiling them because I've had some odd stuff come back lately, and the last one, well, is just disgusting. So, yeah. So the first one, I'm going to try and do this without doxing their address, is here. Oh, God, this is so difficult. Here. And you can see at the top there, it weighs 99 grams, I declared it. And I got it back, and it's got a sticker there saying postage owed, £2.50 unpaid deficient postage and £1 handling fee. And it says at the top, the sender did not pay the full postage. And I've weighed this, and it weighs 95 grams. So I did put enough postage on it. So Royal Mail, I mean, I even tried it in the scales inside my local branch. I took it in and said, are my scales off here? Nope, exactly the same weight. It weighs right, and it was not called for, as you can see there. So it came back to me. I didn't have to pay the extra, and I'd already actually refunded the buyer because they said that it hadn't arrived. So maybe they got a slip through about it. But yeah, this was going to Ilford. So I've had it a few times where stuff's gone down south, the London area, and they're a bit overzealous with checking weights, and I think they just kind of pull ones that are close and then hope the people pay it. I don't know, but yeah, I was going to kick off about it to Royal Mail, but I mean, by the time you've kicked off and shown proven weights and all that, nothing's going to change. So that was the first weird one. This next one was actually in order. Again, I'll cover up the address, and it says that it was refused. So it got sent out to the buyer. They have not opened it. I'll try and show you the back without showing people's addresses. They've not opened it, so I don't know how they knew what was in it to refuse it. So they refused it and put a note on it saying return to sender, not at address, please refund order. But how do they know? Do you see what I mean? There's a dichotomy in that return to sender, okay, not address. But how do they know it's an order if they've not opened it? It's really weird. It doesn't seem to make any sense. And I looked up the order on this one was on Amazon. I contacted the buyer saying, hey, you've sent it by, we sent it back, blah, blah, blah. And this was actually August. This one came back. Let's cover it up. You can see there, August. And then just never got back to me. I reached out to them multiple times, and they never got back to me. And it was like a £6 free postage order. So I've just held on to it and given them fair opportunity to let me know. So yeah, contacted Amazon support and just got some kind of weird help guidance page recommended to me, and that's it. So don't know, what would you do in that instance? So the next one was I've taken the item out, but I'll cover up. This was an eBay order, and it came back to me, and it says addressee gone away. Again, I contacted the person, Gemma, and didn't hear anything. In this instance, because it was a bit more, I did end up refunding them. Because I think it was like a £15 item. I kind of felt a bit bad. So yeah, I refunded them on that and resold it. This one was actually February, so it was quite a while ago. You can see that Feb. But I just like keeping these because I wanted to make this video because I do get some odd ones. So yeah, I've never had that before. Addressee gone away. So yeah, it's not like it went back to the office either, because it would have fitted through. So I don't know how they know they've gone away. Anyway, but they ordered it on eBay and then just never let me know. This one was, I'll do that one not next. So this next one, this again was going to Ilford, but I can't really show the address, not easily. But essentially what they've done is they've put their full name and then put the road, but they've not put a house name or a number. So when it went through, this was Amazon, when it went through there, I didn't spot this. And I've actually had another one recently, which hasn't come back to me because it's probably lost in the post. But I need to check addresses more carefully because this keeps happening, because on Amazon, they don't have a system like eBay where it flags if the address is incorrect. So because they've not put a house number or name, it never made it to them. I mean, in this case, they've got their full name, so maybe the local postman could have guessed, because I could have theoretically gone on Postcode Finder and tried to track it down if I'd spotted it. But no, it came back to me because it says address incomplete. But I've had another one recently. Someone contacted me saying my item's not arrived and it's been a month and a half or something like that. No, it's nearly 2 months. And I looked at the address on Amazon and it's just their first name, Amber, and then a village name, and then Essex, and then the postcode. So not a surname, not a street name, not a house name or number, nothing. I mean, I didn't spot it, and it was a £6.50 free post DVD. So, but the annoying thing is I'm going to have to refund them because of their mistake, because I should have probably spotted it, but it's really annoying that Amazon lets them do that. So probably contender for a Dickhead of the Week video. But yeah, that's the next one, and 2 more left. And this next one was down to my local post office being really busy. I love the people in my local post office. They're great, but they're obviously getting very busy at the moment. And they both deal with the post office, and I think DPD and Every. And so I normally, 95% of my stuff goes Royal Mail, so I'll take it in there. But in this instance, it was an Every parcel. And the buyer got in touch saying, oh, my item's not arrived, blah, blah, blah. So I refunded them. There was no update on the tracking, so I thought, oh, great, Every's lost it. Brilliant. Anyway, a week or so later, this turned up. And it says, this was from Royal Mail, this turned up. There's a fee to pay of £7. Now, luckily, I didn't have to pay this £7. The postman just delivered it, so I don't know if that was the buyer had to pay it or me. Anyway, so it says no postage, £7. It's a small parcel, £7. That's outrageous. I don't know how they get to that point. But then it's gone back to the office because it says not called for there. So it's obviously gone to the depot, and I'm guessing the buyer would have paid that. But so what's happened is this is an Every label. So what's happened is when I've taken this to the post office, the post office has put it in the Royal Mail sack rather than the Every sack, and that's how it's happened. So because of that slight mess up, and this was from a guy who used to run his own post office, obviously too busy, I'd taken loads of stuff in and he's just put it in the wrong sack. So it's lost me, I think this was a £35 sale. So yeah, annoying. So this last one, I'm going to put gloves on for because it is grim. This was a return. So person bought something and they returned it to me, and it was wrapped in a carrier bag. So I took the carrier bag off, and this is what awaited me inside. I put it in this bag. I've had it a while because it stinks as well. So it's a DVD It was a game, actually. You can just see it. Just there. Game. And they have wrapped it in what looks like a catalogue of some kind of plants. So I don't think they could get it. It was a PC game, and I don't think they could get it working on their PC. So they returned it to me, and I paid for the return postage. But the way they wrapped it meant it was small parcel. So that was nice of them to do that. So that's cost me more money. So they wrapped it in this plant thing with masking tape, and they have put it in a tray from that you get ham in. And there is pieces of ham in the tray. There's one there. Now this has been in here for probably months at this point, because I just was like, nope. It was going to go straight in the bin, but I thought this needs to be in a video. So yeah, let's open it up and let's have a look. See how much it stinks. Oh. So yeah, they returned it to me like this, and so this was in there and then wrapped in a carrier bag, and it is a Microsoft Flight Simulator game, I think it was. Yeah, Century of Flight in there. So it's got the original bubble mailer in there, then they've wrapped it in this, and there's little bits of old ham on there, and then they've put it in this meat tray here, wrapped it in paper, and then masking tape, and then sellotape, and then they put it in a carrier bag. So let's just open this up, and you can see in there, look at all that lovely meat juice. I think it's ham. It looks like ham. And then it comes in somebody's aeroplane reservations for a flight from Heathrow to Cape Town. I mean, what? Really? You literally cannot make this shit up, honestly. I heard about people sending stuff in meat trays, and I never in a million years thought I would actually get one myself. So yeah, that is the grimmest, weirdest return that I have had this year, and it's going to go back in the bag, and then I'll probably trade that game into CEX, I think, because it stinks. It stinks of ham, like smoke. You know, like that kind of oat, like honey roasted, smoky ham smell. It's still, and I'm sure that was August when I've had that back. Wild. So yeah, what was your wildest story from selling on eBay and Amazon this year, if that's what you do? Pop it in the comment section below. I want to know what is the weirdest things you've had sent back. So thanks for watching. Hope that was interesting. Take these gloves off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.